Hello everyone, I wish you all a morning full of energy. Even though today's weather might not be very enthusiastic with us. From the moment you opened your eyes, you've probably felt the biting cold seeping through your layers of clothing. And if you look out the window, you can easily see the sky wrapped in the dull gray typical of a harsh winter. Last night, we experienced a strong frost, the kind of frost that coats rooftops in white, freezes small puddles along the roadside, and leaves a thin, brittle layer of ice on car windows. And it didn't stop there. The following snow showers have made the weather even more complicated. Snow falling, wind blowing, and icy conditions stretching from this morning until the late afternoon, and possibly continuing throughout this evening and into the night. A truly cold spell, the very essence of winter. The current atmospheric system is sending winds from extremely cold regions straight down over us, causing temperatures to drop sharply. Therefore, it's no surprise that a series of weather warnings has been activated across many areas. Most notable is the amber snow warning across the northeast of England, a high-level warning indicating that the weather may cause significant disruptions to daily life and transportation. Mountain ranges from the west will bring new air masses, and as these move in, we'll start to see changes in the weather, especially from late this afternoon through Friday and into the weekend. However, in the short term, the warnings remain in effect, with a serious level of concern. Looking closely at the warning map, particularly in higher areas of North Yorkshire and East Yorkshire, we see a high risk of heavy snowfall. Some places may even record snow depths of up to 25 centimeters just today. This will bring a series of consequences. Transport may be delayed or completely disrupted. Some regions face the risk of power outages. Remote or highland communities may become temporarily isolated. Travel conditions will be extremely limited. Snow is not only falling along the coast, but is pushing deeper inland, covering many broad areas. The yellow warning area has also been extended to the north and south, affecting much of the Pennines region. If you plan to head out this morning, prepare yourself for heavy snow showers, strong winds, and slippery ice across all elevations. From Northern Ireland to southwest Wales, rain, snow, and ice intertwined. It's not just the northeast that's facing snowfall. In Northern Ireland, fast-moving snow showers mixed with cold rain are sweeping across the region. Along coastal areas, rain appears more frequently, while higher grounds lean more towards snow. A similar situation is unfolding in southwest Wales and the West Country, where cold rain, light snow, and gusty winds continuously alternate. However, another dangerous issue is ice. Even areas without rain or snow may still face sudden road ice, slippery walkways, hazardous mountain passes. In other words, even if you don't see raindrops or snowflakes, the ground may still be a cold, slick mirror with almost no traction. There will be a hint of warmth, but only in a few places. From noon to afternoon, some inland areas may see brighter skies, with a few precious glimpses of sunlight. But don't let the sunshine trick you. The temperature remains low, and the wind is still very cold. Especially along the eastern coast, strong winds make the air feel even more bitter than the actual temperature. Snow showers coming in from the sea deepen the piercing chill. In central and northern Scotland, snow continues to accumulate, especially in higher regions. The hills of Northern Ireland may also see increasing snow cover. Today's daytime temperatures generally 3 to 5 degrees Celsius across many areas. Some luckier places like Cardiff or Plymouth may reach 6 to 7 degrees Celsius, but wherever you are, the cold remains unmistakable, especially when the wind brushes your face. Sunset, evening and tonight, skin-piercing cold and heavy ice. As the sun sets, the air grows even colder. Most areas will return to thick frost conditions, with ice forming on all surfaces, from car windows to pedestrian paths. The only good news is that many regions will remain dry under clear skies. But along the Irish coast and the north of Northern Ireland, winter showers will continue. In eastern areas, the amber warning remains in effect until 9 p.m., with snow still likely to fall and accumulate. In northern and northeastern Scotland, scattered snow showers may continue into late night. Tonight's temperatures could reach the lowest point of this winter season. many areas dipping below 0 degrees Celsius. The Scottish Highlands potentially dropping to 10 degrees Celsius or even 11 degrees, a truly frigid night, faithfully representing the severity of winter. Friday morning, drier but still biting cold. Good news, Friday morning will bring less rain, with many areas staying dry. Most showers will remain offshore, only brushing lightly along the eastern coast. A few morning showers may appear in the southeast. Throughout the day, skies will brighten with some light sunshine before thick clouds arrive, bringing rain for Northern Ireland. Rain and some hill snow for western Scotland. Even so, the cold remains widespread, 3 to 5 degrees Celsius in many places. Lighter winds will make conditions feel slightly less harsh. However, the general feeling remains a cold day but less extreme than today. Always be careful and follow weather warnings. Wherever you are, highlands, coastal regions, or city areas, the weather today and tonight carries certain risks. Heavy snow, slippery ice, strong cold winds, reduced visibility, power outages or temporary disruptions in some places. Therefore, remember to follow weather updates, check travel routes before departing, dress warmly, move carefully, avoid dangerous areas when warnings are issued. Wishing you all a safe, warm, and energetic day. Ladies and gentlemen, how cold is it really? And more importantly, how long will this cold spell last? If you just stepped outside and immediately froze all your emotions, well, it's not your fault. It's the weather. Today, we're diving deep, up close, right into the core of the issue. The main culprit behind why you open the door and instantly feel the cold stabbing down your spine. But will it give us a break with some warmth? Or is the weather planning to keep trolling us? Hold on to your seats, because the story behind this week's Jetstream is pretty interesting. Jetstream, the force that flips your weather fate. Alright, let's get into it. Right now, the jetstream is twisting around like a giant snake, arching northward and then dipping sharply southward. And guess what? We are stuck on the cold side of that jetstream. Arctic air is just plunging straight down, smashing into the UK and turning everything into your own personal freezer compartment. But here comes the good news. As the week goes on, the jetstream pattern starts to shift. Gradually it becomes straighter, stronger, pushing directly from the Atlantic toward the UK. Which means more rain, stronger winds, and slightly warmer temperatures. Will it be as warm as earlier this month? Nope, but definitely less knife-sharp freezing than right now. However, don't celebrate too soon, because this weekend will still bring some very cold nights. Cold enough that if you leave a cup of water outside, you'll get ice by morning. Weather warnings. This isn't a drill. Currently, weather warnings are shining bright everywhere, and the most notable one is amber snow warning for the North York Moors. This means travel disruption in the early morning and evening, heavy, scattered snow, poor visibility, biting winds from the east. If you need to travel from now until the weekend, remember to check road conditions first. Don't get stuck in the snow. In the west, the situation is more manageable. Starting Friday, things get drier. But, and this is a big but, Friday morning might just be the coldest morning of the entire week. Friday? Potential record lows incoming. Why so cold? High pressure is forming, light winds, widespread frost. Heavy snow in some parts of Scotland. Temperatures may drop to 11 degrees Celsius to 12 degrees Celsius. Yes, you read that right, -12. Just breathe hard and the vapor might freeze instantly. But after that peak cold, the weather begins to shift. Friday, warmer, wetter, windier, especially from the north and west. However, and here's the good part, many areas in southern and eastern England, as well as eastern Scotland, will enjoy a bright, dry, pleasant day. At least something to boost morale after all the snow and inland winds recently. Still, maximum temperatures will only hover around 5 to 6 degrees Celsius, meaning it looks sunny, but it's still cold, folks. Friday night, Saturday morning, a major rain band moves in. From Friday night to early Saturday, a large band of rain sweeps across the country. It brings some very heavy rainfall, more cloud cover, which makes the night significantly warmer. Compared to Thursday night, Friday night, Saturday morning will be noticeably milder across Northern Ireland, much of Scotland, parts of Wales, southwest England. Only southeast England is a bit unlucky. The rain band won't reach there in time, so it stays cold. Saturday, cold start, unpredictable finish. Saturday begins with the familiar cold, but afterward, the weather front continues moving toward the southeast. The problem is, how exactly will the low-pressure system evolve? Where will the rain concentrate? Which areas get a dry break? Meteorological models don't agree. Some forecasts suggest northeast Scotland may get a dry day, but many other areas will see rain and wind in pulses then. Each model run changes the outcome slightly. Forecasting right now feels like fortune telling the weather. Sunday, a secondary low pressure sweeps through Ruston. According to the Met Office, Sunday may be hit by a developing low pressure system. Meanwhile, the European ECMWF model pushes this system slightly further north. And looking at the ensemble map, where dozens of models run simultaneously, most of them shift southward, aligning with the Met Office. In short, weekend equals rain, moisture, wind, and rapid changes. Rainfall. Who's dry? Who's soaked? Who's at risk? Midway through the month, many areas. Northern Scotland, below rainfall average. Far south of England, also below average. Central England and Wales already at or above monthly average. This means, if a heavy rain band hits regions that are already saturated, impacts could be significant. Those in central areas or already affected earlier this month, monitor forecasts closely. Next week, weather changes again. After the weekend, we may enter a period of slightly more stable weather, especially in the west, thanks to high pressure over northern UK acting as a shield. Most likely patterns early next week. Low pressure moves away, north-northeast winds sweep in. Low pressure lingers east, persistent rain in the east, dry in the west. Overall, west, several dry days possible. East, prolonged damp weather. Confidence, however, is only about 15%. Weather right now is like, we're guessing nicely for you, but the cold stays. No matter the model outcome, the main wind direction is expected to be from the north or northeast, which means it remains cold. Some northern areas may get snow again. Not as cold as this week, but still jacket-worthy. Next weekend, low pressure returns, wetter, windier. After a few relatively stable days, low pressure returns from the southwest. The whole country goes back into the familiar cycle. Damp rain, wind, slightly milder. Most likely scenario, about 36%. Still enough to mentally prepare. Summary. This week and next week, what should you remember? Several very cold spells remain. Weather warnings persist, northeast winds, sharp cold, weekend, heavy rain, lots of variation. Early next week, possibly drier, especially west. Next weekend, wetter, windier, more unstable. Stay warm, especially in the mornings and evenings. Ladies and gentlemen, today we have an extremely important topic, and we could even say it's hot in the true sense of the weather. Major storm threats are forming and approaching very close to Europe, especially the Mediterranean, the Balkans, Italy, Iberia, and even the United Kingdom. Don't worry, I do not want to make anyone panic, but there are truly notable systems converging, and in this video I will take you through each region, analyzing every movement, every model, every energy source behind what is about to happen. And believe me, this weekend through next week is going to be extremely busy. Two major hotspots, two extremely notable storm systems. In the next few days, we will be monitoring two prominent weather areas. Region 1, a system over the Mediterranean, gradually moving toward the Balkans. Currently, a small cyclone has begun to form. It is gathering moisture from the west, from France, across eastern Spain, and then deep into the Mediterranean. By Friday, rainfall will begin to accumulate strongly. Austria, northern Italy, Slovenia, Croatia, Bosnia, Albania all lie in areas likely to receive significant rain. But that's just the appetizer. By Saturday, models show a clear spiral forming near Italy, then beginning to push strongly toward the Balkans. The sea surface temperature in the Mediterranean is warmer than usual, leftover energy from late summer, providing tremendous energy for this system. What does that mean? Heavy rainfall, strong gusts of wind, small tornadoes or waterspouts, flood risks in narrow valleys, snow in northern mountainous areas. We will return to this system with a detailed map in a few minutes. Region 2. A potential system in the middle of the Atlantic. This is the most concerning point. A large high-pressure area lies over Central Europe and southwestern Scandinavia. This high-pressure system acts like a wall, forcing airflow to bend around it. And what happens when a tropical or extratropical cyclone tries to pass a high-pressure wall? It is forced to change direction. According to current forecast models, this Atlantic system may sweep along the edge of the high, and either move toward the Iberian Peninsula, Spain, Portugal, or veer toward Ireland, United Kingdom. Both directions carry the risk of producing very strong winds. Could this system be named? Not impossible. Could it cause heavy wind and rain? Very high. We will be monitoring it closely in each update. In the short term, the situation is quite busy. Portugal and parts of Spain continue to face harsh weather. France has strong convection zones, especially in the south. A new surge of energy from the Atlantic is preparing to arrive. On Friday, rainfall begins to spread. Austria, Italy, Slovenia, southern Germany, Switzerland, all will see significant rain due to moisture flowing in from the Mediterranean. Meanwhile, models begin showing a large cyclone gradually rising from Italy toward the Balkans. Close up on the Mediterranean. Tomorrow D+1, moisture increases again in Italy, Albania, Montenegro. Many areas may see scattered showers, but with a tendency to intensify. D+2, D+3, a small cyclone separates from the Montenegro-Albania region, then moves close to Greece. The most important factor here, CA surface temperature. The Mediterranean Sea is 1 to 2 degrees Celsius warmer than average. At late autumn, early winter, this is extremely significant. It provides energy for convection, promotes stronger spiral clouds, increases the likelihood of waterspouts, and can push the system to a hybrid storm level. Consequences. Italy may experience extreme rainfall by Saturday. The Balkans, especially Albania and Bosnia, face flood risks. Northern mountainous regions may see heavy snow, especially in the Alps and Dinaric Alps. Northern Europe, snow spreads. In Northern Europe, Poland, Czech Republic, southern Germany are seeing a small system moving southward. Cold air behind it pushes strongly into France, Belgium, the Netherlands. Wales and the UK will have showers by midweek. Cold air from Scandinavia is invading, causing mixed snow and rain in some areas. From Friday night to Saturday morning, Ireland, heavy rain. UK, strong winds, potentially gusts over 60 to 70 kilometers per hour. Rain will then advance toward Norway, Sweden, Denmark, Netherlands, Belgium. At the same time, the Atlantic system will begin to emerge. Hash total rainfall over the next 3 to 4 days. Some areas exceed 150 millimeters. Looking at total rainfall, some areas remain dry, others will see 25 to 50 millimeters or more. Montenegro and Albania may exceed 150 millimeters, roughly 20 centimeters of water. High flood risk. Meanwhile, northern mountains risk of heavy snow. Iceland, Norway continue to receive new snow. Estonia, Latvia, Lithuania may see 40 to 50 millimeters of rain. Russia and Belarus, less rain, but still damp. Cold wave continues into southern Europe. Cold air from northern Europe continues to slide southward. Mediterranean systems will pull it further down. This will create snow in mountain ranges, cold morning fog, sharp temperature drops in many Central European areas. This has been the trend over recent weeks, and it will continue. Atlantic Storm Center. Could it become a major storm? The next system, originating from the Atlantic, may strengthen significantly, be energized by still warm ocean waters, move along the edge of the high-pressure zone, and then head toward Iberia or UK Ireland. If it gains enough strength, this could become the largest storm since the beginning of the month. We will provide detailed updates in upcoming videos. Summary. What's coming? Over the next 7-10 days, Europe will experience Number 1. 2 major storm systems. One from the Mediterranean, Italy, Balkans. One from the Atlantic, Iberia, UK, Ireland. 2. Extreme rainfall in Montenegro, Albania, southern Italy, parts of the Balkans, Ireland, UK over the weekend. 3. Extreme weather hazards. Small tornadoes, waterspouts, flooding, sudden temperature drops, heavy snow in mountainous areas. 4. Cold waves continue into southern Europe. 5. Next week, potential stronger storm systems. Thank you for watching this long update on Mr. Tien's channel. A lot of information here. If you are in any of the areas mentioned, let me know where you are. What the current weather is like. Are you experiencing floods, hail, or strong winds? I will read the comments and continue to provide daily updates. This weekend, next week, and the following week, it will be very busy with storms. Stay safe. Mr. Tien wishes you a great day.